So you either gotten one of these boxes or you've gotten a little bit of bleach, and I'm going to talk to you guys about how you mix each of these. So if you're just doing a mild root touch-up, you're going to see on the bottle that you have a 1/2 ounce, 1 ounce, 1.5 ounces, and 2. Some of you will need the whole bottle. Some of you will be able to touch up with just 1 ounce, and I will have let you know who you are in this. So this is closed. The lid actually opens it up. So you just puncture it open, and you're gonna squeeze up to the line. Again, for this instance, I'm doing a lot of hair, so I'm gonna use the full amount. Hit stop. Okay, so you guys have been given a little water bottle. This is what it is, just so you know. It's a 1.9 developer, which means it doesn't lift or anything, it just deposits onto the root. We're adding what I call enough developer so that it looks like pudding. Now, each of you have been given enough developer for 2 applications if you're just using the 1 ounce at a time. So you'll be able to touch up a couple of times, but you're gonna mix that white developer and the color together, and it looks like this consistency. If it's a little bit less consistent than that, it's okay. It won't hurt your hair, but I would start with less is more as the rule. But see how it sticks to the brush? That's just perfect, and that's gonna cover your gray. All right, we're gonna do the root touch-up now. And this video's if you have a spouse that's generous enough to help you do it. Now, you're gonna want gloves. I would recommend putting on an old shirt. Definitely put an old towel down on the floor around you. Make sure that you've just essentially covered surfaces. So if you have like a kid's birthday party tablecloth that's plastic, that can be really helpful in this process too. So essentially what we do when we color roots is we separate the hair into 4 quadrants. So starting at the top of the head and into the front here, we sort of separate this, and then same thing on the other side, and then down the back. Now, most of you are gonna be more concerned about what's up front and up top, but some of you get gray back here too. So I'm gonna be just showing you how to do both so that you can do it all. So start with your color right here. Let's see if I can get a better view. Start with your color right here and just touching up the roots. You shouldn't have to go much more than about an inch down, if that. So you're basically just painting the top of the head. For this one, you don't need to start with a comb. We'll add the comb towards the end, but I'm gonna do this, get really into the root there. You use this part of the brush to come in and peel back the next layer and come in and get more color if you need it, and then paint both sides of that hair. And again, I'm gonna probably make this look real easy, but this is 20 years, guys. So if you have help, this goes really fast. And I'll show you, I'm gonna do my own hair next so that you guys can see what it feels like to do your own. And as you can see, this color that we're using is really simple too. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the front. You might notice that my mom has a little bleach, but that was for a different video to teach somebody how to foil, which if you're brave enough, I can teach you how to do that too. So you're just gonna come in, and I would recommend putting a little Vaseline or lotion around the hairline so that you don't get color around your face line. But it's pretty easy if you have fingernail polish remover, that will take off any color on the skin. So in case of emergency, fingernail polish remover, guys. The reason hers has a little different color tonation again is that I put some bleach on to show somebody how to foil. Isn't my mom a good sport, guys? So once you have it on there, just like what we did on the top, you're gonna just slice and dice all the way through. I do it vertical on the side. You can do it horizontal, I'll show you both. But I do it just real fast. The goal here is to set a timer and see if you can apply this in about 15 to 20 minutes max. And then you're gonna leave this color on for, once it's on, if you made it in that 20-minute time zone, you're gonna leave it on for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on your gray. If you have a ton of gray, more time equals more coverage, but 30 minutes is really all it needs to process, especially when we've been doing it for 20 minutes. If it's taken 20 minutes to apply, you don't need to leave it on as long. You all won't have to come into the back, but if you choose to go all the way with this, that's okay. Once you've got it all applied, then you're gonna come in and just make sure that you've got great coverage. You're gonna then take your comb, and what this does is it makes it so that you don't have a thick line. So you don't want a thick line. Once you've applied it, you wanna make sure that it's got like just a really feathered, beautiful sort of coverage. This is how it will end up looking if you have highlights. It'll look like you have more of an ombre tone rather than a just covered my roots tone. So just come in and comb through. You can always come back and scrape whatever color you want off and just kind of put a little extra in if it needs to just be pulled through a little bit. So you'll do that, and then you'll put the plastic on. Okay, so now you're gonna put your lunch lady cap on that I sent you all home with, and put your head in this, and you're gonna give yourself about 30 to 45 minutes, depending, again, if you set your timer right, and you did this in 20 to 25 minutes and you got it all on, then you should, frankly, be able to sit just for 30 minutes, especially if you started right here on top and then move to front and then move to back. Save the back for last because nobody sees it, so don't worry as much about the back. Just get from here to just sort of back here where we can see. This is some place where people can still see, so do get that back if you're super gray. If not, skip it. All right, you guys. Oh, and then as soon as you are done, come in here with a washcloth and clean anything up right away so that it doesn't get stained. Okay, you guys, peace in.